Akwabo, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janet Myra and I'm glad to have you here. To those new in this channel, I hope you guys consider subscribing to the channel and obviously hit the notification bell so that you are always notified whenever I post new videos. So let's dive into today's video. My Ghanaian people, you guys want to kill me. You guys want to kill me. The way you guys were coming, the way you were coming for me here, the way you were coming for me in the previous video, I beg, oh, I beg, don't kill me, oh. Anyway, today I'm going to be making part 2 of the culture shock in Ghana. But first of all, I actually took notes. I wrote down in a piece of paper, so I'm just going to be checking out so that I remember, because obviously I do have an issue with forgetting stuff. So I decided to write it down in a piece of paper just so that it can remind me of exactly the points that I was going to talk about. So I only came up with 5 points. Last time I came with 5 biggest culture shocks in Ghana, right? Today I'm going to be doing 5 culture shocks in Ghana. So it's just a part of, it's just a part 2 of the previous video that we had. But first, let me say this, guys. Time flies. I think I was in Ghana 10 years ago, and obviously the things that are happened back then, Ghana is different today, and there are a lot of developments that I know they happened, obviously in all the places that I actually stayed in. And I don't want you guys to want to kill me. I have heart attack. I have heart attack, so I beg, don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me, I beg. Anyway, first of all, I would like to thank all those positive comments that came in, and even the people who are actually commenting more, and even getting to have a chat with me on the comment section. Thank you very much for your understanding, and also for being positive about it, correcting and being positive about it. And just like I said in the previous video, and this is just my observation when I was in Ghana. So I'm not saying all everyone practice the same thing. Obviously it's different in different regions, in different places, right? Some of the things that actually were happening in some areas where I was, obviously they don't happen in other places. But first of all, let me just say that I went to Ghana in 2013 to 2015. So I was in Ghana in for 18 months, and I was serving there as a full-time missionary from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I want to say that I really appreciate the time that I spent there, and the families that I've made, all these people that I got to love, and who still support me even now, who still care for me even now, even after all these years that I haven't seen them. Yeah. And I just want to give you guys a background so that you understand exactly that some of the experiences that I had, I didn't have them in certain places, and you guys can understand better of where I was coming from, in the previous video when I talked about other people in Ghana eating cats and all that. I know it's not all of Ghana. There are other people who actually eat those things, and I've seen that happening obviously in the some of the places that I was in. So first of all, I stayed in Sophocrom, Secondly, and Takrady for 8 to 9 months. And then I stayed in Cape Coast and Abra for 10 weeks. And then I went back. I was in Tanokrom and Takrady for over 4 to 5 months, I guess. And then I moved to Asimfosu yeah, I moved to Asinfosu for over 3 months, and I had the greatest time in those places, and I really appreciate the time that I spent there. So just like I said, guys, time flies. I understand that some of the things that were actually happening at that time when I was in Ghana are not the same things that are actually happening now. Just as now in Botswana, some of the things that are actually happening in Botswana now, if you were to you were to have visited Botswana like previously, um, obviously at this time you like a lot would have changed. But anyway, let's dive in into today's video. Let's dive in into today's um, culture shocks. So number one, manners. One thing that I really appreciate, that I wish like people from Botswana like could adopt more, like the way Ghanaians have this way of respect for each other. It doesn't matter your age, they have so much respect. For the experience that I had when I was in Ghana, the older people, like the Ghanaians, will greet you. They'll meet you on the street. They don't care. They pass by you. They'll greet you. And then the constant use of please. Guys, Ghanaians will use please everywhere. And I love that. I really loved that so much. I was actually talking about that like yesterday. In a taxi, we were actually like having a chat with some people who were in the same taxi with me, and we were talking about, you know, how in Botswana, like you go into a trotro. Here we call them combis, right? When you go there and you start greeting someone, like they'll just look at you. At times, like you even sit down, you greet someone and you even sit down and they won't answer you. But in Ghana, you know, you sit down, everyone is like ready to greet you, that, you know, they're just ready to welcome you, right? And then even the fact that this thing that they always say, like when they find you working and or just doing something like some kind of work, they'll say "Aikwaeko," meaning, oh, you have done well, or well done, right? You know, there's like, for someone to be in that stage where they're like supporting you. It's like, go girl, like you're doing your best, you're doing this. Like, it says a lot about the person, right? It says a lot about those particular people. And every time you sometimes pass by, you know, like all the people, they will greet you, oh, Mpacho, good morning. Just like I said, you know, Mpacho means please, like, please, good morning. Mpacho, good morning. And when you leave, they'll be like, oh, Cobra, why? Cobra, it's more like go calm. Like, it's more like motivating you and all that. And I really loved that about Ghanaian people. Just like I said, I'm not sure. I actually stayed only in the other side of Ghana. I've never been to Kumasi. I've never been to Accra and all that. But that's what I got to like understand about those areas where I was. And then there's masquerade. I think because, guys, Ghana is like my second home. Okay, it's my second home. I love Ghana so much. And Takrady is where I was born. I still feel like that's my second bed. And that's where I actually like started my full-time mission. The first area that I went to from Accra, I went to Takrady, and I stayed in Takrady for so long. And even when I went to Cape Coast, it was just for a short period of time, and then I went back to Takrady, and I was in Tanochrome. And guys, this is taking us to point number 2, which is masquerade. I don't know, like when you talk about Takrady and you don't talk about masquerade, I feel like you're disrespecting Takrady. Seriously, like I feel like Takrady has like the best masquerade in Ghana. And I don't really know, like, guys, comment below if you have like an explanation of what masquerade is for other people who don't really understand. I know I have my Ghanaian people here, and you guys are doing the most for me. I know I have Ghanaian subscribers here. So, guys, comment below and try and explain to people, because I don't really know like what to explain, because for me I was having a great time. Like, I was just joining the masquerades and going for all those masquerades during Christmas and and during the Christmas period. And for me it was nice. I was just having the greatest time. And even now I know, like, every year, like the masquerades and the Takrady masquerade, like, they go for it. They will go for it. I think I'll have to be going there during December so that I can go for masquerade and I can go to Takrady. But if there's any, I've never been to any other masquerades. I've only been to Takrady. And obviously I'm going to talk in behalf of Takrady, because Takrady is my home. That's where I stayed like majority of the time when I was in Ghana. So yeah. And then third point is family. I don't know. I think this is one of the things that I wish so much that in Botswana we could adopt to that. But I've actually talked to my mom and my parents about it, and they were telling me, this used to happen so much in Botswana. So the point number 3, which is family, I got to realize that in Ghana, like, you can take your neighbor's child and live with them, and they will see you as their parent, and they'll grow up in your home, and your kids will call them their brother, their sibling, and you become like relatives. Because most people that I got to meet, and they will always say, oh, that's my brother, and then in time I realized they're not even blood related, they're just neighbors, and they took their kids, the neighbors' kids in, and they respect each other. And I like even how they always, like, how like Ghanaian parents, they teach their kids to like address their siblings with respect, like to call them brother. I don't know, maybe in other places it's different, but for the families I've come to meet, like, you don't just call someone, like, you wouldn't just call me Janet, like, hey Janet. No, you have to say Sister Janet, because I'm older than you. I'm actually your sister, your older sister. And I really loved that so much, because I felt like it teaches those who are young to like respect their elders, as well as have like the bond to realize that they're actually my sister, they are my sibling. And yeah, I loved that so much. And just, I feel like that's one thing that us here will never have, because obviously you expect when you go to like different countries and you go to and then you meet someone who's from like the same country as you expect them to like love you, and then be happy that you are in the same place, care for each other and all that. And I realized Ghanaians, like, they definitely have that. They have that, and they welcome everyone because of even how they welcomed me. They welcomed the people that I stayed with, and they loved us. They would cook for us. They would, even when I was leaving areas, like to go to like move to different areas, these people would give me bundles and bundles of materials just as gifts. And I appreciate that, like I appreciated that so much. And I feel like they're just ready to, they just have a good heart. They just have a good heart, and they see the good in people, and they're ready, they have open hearts to like accept everyone, to like, you know, give people a sense of belonging. And I feel like even life would be easier like here if we could do that. If we could look at our neighbors' kids and say, you know, it's okay, you can come here and eat here, and not talk about it in the streets and make it seem like it's you are doing them justice, or you, I don't even know how to like explain it, because I feel like here it's more different, like so much different. So yeah. And then number 4, lifestyle. I know, okay, so when it comes to lifestyle, I'm talking about like how the Ghanaian way of living, right? And I know, just like I said, I was in Ghana like long time back. I haven't been there recently, but I know a lot have changed with some of the things. And obviously I follow, like, you know, Ghana televisions, and also news, even on Instagram and all those things. I follow like musicians and stuff. So I've seen a lot of difference now when it comes to this point. So guys, I don't want to lie, I'd never seen Ghanaians fighting. I had never seen Ghanaians fighting. They would have misunderstandings, like they would talk, right? Obviously, you know, they would talk, they would scream and all that, but I'd never seen them fighting. Obviously, like here, we have this saying of, you know, you don't have to fight with hands, meaning you don't have to physically fight someone. You can actually fight them with words. But for us also, we don't fight with words. Like people here, like you have quarrel with someone, it can end up bad. People get beaten like from time to time, whether they're hit by using bottles, like drinking bottles and all those kind of things. Like that stuff happen like almost every day. And I felt like I left when I left Botswana at that time. I knew, oh, Botswana is a very peaceful country. You know, my country is very peaceful and all that. But then when I got to Ghana, I realized that country is peaceful. You can leave early in the morning. You use the same road every day. You know you will never get attacked by people. You will come back late. At times we'll leave like before, just past 8, and then 9 o'clock we are still on the road. We are walking to the apartment because we didn't have we didn't take any other mode of transport other than like taxis and trotros. But we are always safe. Like we felt so safe that we would walk and nothing would definitely happen to us. Like nothing would happen to us. And that's just how, excuse me guys, excuse me, that's just how safe Ghana was. So safe. Like I had never, like I've seen like people be quarreling, oh, I'll beat you up, oh, this and this, and then nothing happens. And then nothing happens. But and then that's one thing that I actually liked. Like I loved so much about Ghana, the fact that they never fought. And also, I don't know, maybe I'd never had anyone, one person that I actually had who had their stuff stolen. But I don't know, are they thieves in Ghana? Because I've never heard of any at that time when I was in Ghana. I don't know, when do they really steal? Like, because they don't even steal in people's houses, do they? Guys, tell me. Maybe I'm just confused. But the time that I've been in Ghana, I've never had anything of mine being stolen. Like compared to where I am right now, like in Bots. I'm not actually in Bots right now, but I'm not actually in Botswana right now. But comparing that to today's like lifestyle, like what's happening in Botswana, like gaps in Gaborone, it's worse. Gaborone is worse. They would just steal from you like daylight. And I'm even afraid, like, I don't stay in Gaborone, and I don't like Gaborone because I don't feel that much safe, even though, yeah, it's different when we start comparing, like, the safety to, like, South Africa safety and all that. But still, your stuff will get stolen, like, from day to day. You you just be using, like, a shortcut, and you meet people and they'll steal from you. And just recently, like, uh was it on Friday, just this past Friday, some of my kids that I'm actually teaching in seminary, they had, like, they were actually, like, taking a friend halfway to their place. And it's a huge road, like, it's a huge road, very open road. And they're, like, ages from 13 to, like, 17. And they were actually attacked by some guys, and they took their phones and stuff. So comparing that to, like, Ghana, like, I had never had anything being stolen from me. I've never felt uneasy or felt unsafe walking in the streets of Ghana. I'm sorry if you have had an experience. Obviously, I said it's my own observation. That's what I experienced, and I'm sharing what I actually experienced. And um, and yeah, that's that. I've never seen Ghanaians fighting. I've never seen Ghanaians, like, I've never heard of a thief. Like, neither have I ever heard, like, people screaming, "Oh, thief! Oh, thief!" No, I'd never. Like, for the 18 months that I stayed in Ghana, but yeah, only once where I had, like, a sister who had her phone, no, her camera getting stolen and all that. But other than, like, I'd never experienced it myself. I've never really experienced it myself. So I remember, there was someone who actually commented about that, and he was like, he was in Gaps. He's a Ghanaian guy. I think he stayed in Gaps, and he was, like, talking about all those people who actually, like, that Gaps is not safe. Whenever he would walk around, like, people would tell him, "Oh, hold on to your stuff, take care of them, or else people are going to steal from them." I was like, yeah, sure, that's exactly what is happening here, and it's true. It's not false. And then number five, number five, and last of all, it's working shops. When I say working shops, guys, I mean those ladies who are always carrying, those stuff on their heads, and they sell stuff like toiletries. In Ghana, guys, you find someone who be selling, like, a whole toiletry, and you don't have to go to town, really, like, unlike here. Here, there's just one area where everyone is going, and everyone has to be there. If you want to buy, you have to, all of you, like, in the whole city, you have to just go to that one place and go buy there. That's where the mall is. That's where all the malls are, and they're just in just one place. And that's where you can get everything that you want. But in Ghana, you just be seated like this, and and you need a body lotion, and someone will pass by selling body lotion, selling toiletries, and you buy. Someone will pass by selling materials, and you buy. You don't really need to, like, walk around. Yeah, it's not like always you have them, like, walking around, and you meet them while you're in your house. But what I'm saying is, you always find people who are actually selling. Like, it's more I don't know, like, what, English is not our mother, guys. English is not our mother. I'm trying by all means to find good words for some stuff, but yeah, I'm struggling. Don't blame me. So yeah, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, it's more like an easy way. It gives, like, an easy way of, you have a choice not to go to town to go buy stuff, because you can get them. Someone can pass by selling the same things that you need. And I've always appreciated that so much. The fact that they're so business minded, and you buy from someone, you sell to someone. It's more like you buy my thing, I buy yours, you buy mine, I buy yours. And I feel like it's just so supportive as well. Like, when comparing it to our lifestyle here, it's different. So different that at times you just, it's not like likely for like people to like, we don't really support each other that much when it comes to business. Like, because I remember there were like hashtags where we're like, support local and all that, like in our country, where you have to buy from local shops and all that. And then we still struggle with that. We still decide to like buy tomatoes inside a bigger shop instead of buying like tomatoes in a local shop. But with walking shops in Ghana, I realized like people always buy from each other. Like Ghanaians will always buy from each other, and I feel like it just helps with economic growth. Like you guys can sell all the money like between you, because you buy from someone supporting them, and they also buy from you, they support you. So yeah, so that's it. And I hope you guys loved this video today. I was actually supposed to post a vlog today, but then because I'm actually not in boards at this moment, and I decided to like post this video and try and talk about the previous video that I posted. And if it actually like made other people uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to make anyone uncomfortable or to offend anyone. I was just talking about my own opinion, some things that I actually observed. I know that there are actually people who have been in Ghana like for so long, and they'd never had like some of the experiences that I actually had. But obviously, like, I wouldn't come here on the internet to come in and spread lies. I actually love Ghana. I would one day love to go back to Ghana, because I have a lot of families in Ghana who love me so much, and they support me so much, and I love them so much. And Ghana be my second home as well. So I wouldn't like do anything that actually or say anything that to put other people down or anything like that. And I really appreciate the comments that you guys got to put, and all the positive comments. And just like I said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For all those who subscribe to the channel, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys will continue to support me and watch my vlogs, my sit down videos, and even other content that I create. And don't forget to leave a comment below and tell me your experiences, guys. Your experiences about like things that are happening obviously in Ghana, and the changes that have happened so far in Ghana. And even if it's music, I love music. I love it. Even if it's music, even if it's anything, don't forget to leave that below. I hope to see you guys in my next video, and see you next time.